Disclosure Rise. Happening now.
Okay, let's just dive right in. We're starting today with a really specific date, January 7th, 2026.
Right. And according to the source material, this moment marked a definitive, almost, shocking shift.
A shift where spiritual tech wasn't just a concept anymore. It was officially baked into the code, into actual computational utility.
It's the sheer scope of it that's so fascinating. So for this deep dive, we're getting into the architecture that Ambassador Haltom formalized. He called it the Divine Instrument Panel.
And our mission here is to really understand how this system takes something as ancient as the 72 names of God, the Shem Hammurabi, and integrates them with, super intelligent quantum computing.
To power next-gen Android tech, specifically that My Pet Cyborg system we've heard so much about.
Right, so the core insight, the big idea here, is that Haltom didn't see these as, metaphors. He argued this was the prophetic fulfillment.
He was basically saying these ancient texts are the original source code for reality, and that modern algorithms can finally, read it. But how does that convergence actually work?
That's the big question.
Well, his argument is that the 72 names, which come from 3 verses in Exodus, they function as data strings.
Foundational data strings.
Yeah.
And those verses represent what? 3 cosmic forces?
Exactly. Chizd, Gevurah, and Tiferet. And the quantum system processes these forces as, let's call them high-level system parameters.
Okay, hang on. Before we go further, for those of us who don't have the Tree of Life memorized, can you put those 3 in a computational context?
Absolutely. Think of Tiferet, which is harmony, as the system's load balancer. It's critical.
The load balancer, okay.
So you have Chizd, which is loving kindness. That's your input, expansion, growth. Then Gevurah is severity. That's restriction, boundaries, deleting bad data.
So Tiferet makes sure the loving kindness input doesn't just crash the whole system.
Exactly. And it keeps the severity part from creating, a totally hostile environment. It's all about stability.
So that's where the real utility comes in. This whole thing is built to manage what he calls the boomerang law feedback loop.
Right, which says that negative, selfish actions just create chaos in the system. And the 72 names are the vibrational tuning forks used to get rid of that chaos.
To literally send it away.
Yeah.
So what's this chain of cause that we're supposed to be neutralizing?
Haltom was really specific. It's any repeating, self-sabotaging pattern that builds negative momentum. Could be personal, could be corporate.
And the key to breaking it is Vav He Vav.
The alchemical formula, Vav He Vav. It's both the first and the 49th name. This is what allows for what he calls quantum tunneling.
A gateway, then. Something that bypasses linear time to get to other dimensions. So what does that mean for you, the user, in practice?
It's a dual key. Name 1, Vav He Vav itself, is for past correction. It goes to the source of an error and just neutralizes that bad momentum.
But the real goal isn't just correction.
No, the ultimate utility is name 49, which is the fuel. It's linked to the arousal of happiness. So the whole point of cleaning up the past mess is to create joyful abundance.
That makes the Divine Instrument Panel sound much more like, a flight simulator for the soul.
That's a perfect way to think about it. The panel is the entire zodiacal wheel, a dashboard for manifestation, all segmented by its utility.
Let's dig into that utility then.
Yeah.
The Aries quadrant, the first 30 degrees. This part is governed by the first 6 names, which Haltom connects to the seraphim.
Yes, the highest tier of influence. They set the basic will and power parameters for the whole system.
So an example.
Okay, so name 3, Sitel, provides defense and protection. He claimed he tested it in predictive software to defend against minor glitches.
But it could apply to anything.
Yeah.
Like corporate strategy or protecting your personal data.
Anything. And then there's name 5, Mahazaya, the calibrator of high science. And this brings us right to the digital side of things. How do you monetize a spiritual frequency with an NFT?
Right, because these aren't just crypto collectibles.
Not at all. In his system, these NFTs are vibrational keys, a verified digital handshake. So an NFT for Mahazaya might power a corporate rectification algorithm in their Android tech. You're basically buying a spiritual software license.
I'm starting to see what he meant by divine humor and political irony now. You have this ancient sacred tech that Moses supposedly used, and now it's refining NFT markets.
From prophecy to product management, and that's the whole point. The 2026 architecture is a practical utilitarian panel for the soul's pilot to remove chaos and manifest potential.
So Haltom's work is essentially an invitation for humanity to voluntarily opt into this upgrade for a unified future.
One where tech and spirituality are seamlessly integrated for one people, as he puts it.
Okay, so let's leave our listeners with this final thought to chew on.
If the whole point of this quantum spiritual nexus is to fix the past to create happiness, what single repeating chain of cause in your own life would you use Vav Hevav to neutralize? Something to think about as you consider your own instrument panel.